Corporeal manifestations, full-scale psychomagnotheric events, exiled Sumerian gods. For a fleeting, ephemeral moment, we were heroes. Celebrated across the city, heck, across the world. Unparalleled in our field. Preternatural pioneers on the brink of discoveries our scientific forefathers could never have even dreamed of. And even the slight... Now, I'm sure you're wondering what happened. Chalk it up to a huge misunderstanding. A fallout. For a while, I wasn't sure why I was getting out of bed in the morning. And some mornings I didn't. That's all behind us now. We saved the world yet again, and we're back. The firehouse cleans up pretty good, huh? At one point, some hotshots bought the place and turned it into an overpriced Java joint. But now, we're up, running, and firing on all 16 cylinders. All to code, too. Well, most of the codes. At the very least, the codes we're aware of. For me, it's the energy of the old place. Pure ebullience, galvanic energy, coursing through the air. And no, I'm not talking about anything psychokinetic, ectoplasmic, or paranormal. Just good, old-fashioned human emotion. Provinces of the living. Oh, I didn't know how much I needed to be back. How much Winston needed me back here. But someone from the old guard has to hold down the fort, you know? Because there's still real work to be done. And that's where you come in. The phone isn't ringing off the hook right now, which is a blessing and a curse. What's good for business is a bad omen for everything else. But if it were up to me, I'd still be in the thick of it. But it's time for a new generation. And that's you. You have the chance to peek behind the capricious veil of life itself and see firsthand what exists on the other side. So don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Well, slimy, really. And yes, that might mean having to pick up a book or two. What people don't know about the Ghostbusters could fill 10 encyclopedias. And before you even ask, yeah, I've thought about it. Been approached by some very interested parties, which isn't saying much. Every hack and wannabe with a laptop can be published today, whether they know the science or not. And trust me, they don't.
Ray?
Go ahead, this is Ray.
Is there someone there with you? Let me guess. The new recruit is there with you? Ray, you gotta let them get to work. All trainees report directly to the firehouse, remember? Over.
Well, that's our time. Good talk. Off you go to meet Kat. Welcome to the team. And don't worry, I'll be in touch.
No, of course it's not that.
Then what is it?
It's...
Look, I know you trust me, but you've got to take your hands off the wheel a little here. And not just because you're breathing down my neck. For your own sake.
I'm sorry, Kat. I'm a hands-on, do-it-myself kind of guy. And that never changes no matter how big things get. Of course I trust you, which is why I wish you'd reconsider my offer.
Ha! Believe me, if you told 8-year-old Kat that one day Winston Zeddemore would practically beg me to run Ghostbusters HQ, I'd say he must be possessed. Not like full demonic, probably some degree of extrasensory mind control with the... You know what I mean.
No, that's never been my thing, but talk like this is exactly why we need you.
That's great. I'm sure he'd be more than happy to elaborate. And speaking of Ray... Based on the fact that you're 15 minutes late for your orientation, I'll assume you've already met him. He has a tendency to get worked up and can forget that we have an onboarding process for a reason.
Love Ray like a brother, but he needs to get out more.
Allow me to introduce the head honcho, Winston Zeddemore.
Welcome, kid. Happy to have you on the team. I may sign the checks, but don't go around calling me boss. If you have any questions, don't ask me. Call Cat.
That's me. I run operations. You and the other busters will get your jobs dispatched from me. Any trouble in the firehouse or the field, you come to me. Got it? Oh, and before you go, grab that radio off my desk. Okay, no time to waste, so let's get moving. First up, your jumpsuit, which you'll find in the closet. Pretty self-explanatory what that is. If it isn't, we've got problems. Head-to-toe meta-aramid polymer isn't the style for everyone, but I'm sure you'll find a way to make it your own. Keep your frequency tuned. I'll stay in contact. Now go ahead and suit up. Hey, it's Kat. You decent? Come meet me in the alley. Target practice. Well, 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 look at you. How do you feel?
Ready to roll.
That's what we like to hear. Go ahead and pick up that proton pack. Sorry, that it's the... Would classic be the right word? Retro? Personally speaking, I love it. Not to worry though, the base tech is solid. That being said, we have some fun new modifications in the works. Winston's got a tech guy upstairs, but you'll be wielding this for now.
She's so freaking cool.
Now, let's learn how to use it. First up, the particle thrower. You had the toy when you were a kid, like I did. You can imagine the real thing has some actual kick to it. And don't forget, that pack's gonna overheat if you sustain fire long enough. So make sure you vent before you enter overheated cooldown. Venting manually will always be faster than waiting for the emergency cooldown to finish. Oh, and keep an eye out for stray cats. Good work. All right, let's try some tethering. The ghost will try to escape your tether by pulling against your pull direction. When you see the tether getting damaged, pull in a different direction to counteract. Already hooking them like a pro. Once you've got tethering down, the next part is the trap. Try deploying the trap first, and then you'll learn how to activate it. Deploy the trap beneath the ghost if possible, especially if another Ghostbuster already has it tethered. The trap needs to settle before you can stomp the pedal and open it. Got it? Nice. Now to open or close the trap, you need to be in range of the pedal. Once it's open, pull the ghost into the field of the trap until it starts to get sucked in. The ghost can still escape, even when it's in the final pull field. So keep an eye on them until the trap is completely closed. And make sure to monitor the trap's battery, because the charge can drop fast when the trap is deployed and open. When you need to retrieve the trap, look down at the pedal or approach the trap itself. Once you've retrieved it, the trap battery will begin recharging. And that's how you trap a ghost. Well done. Not many could pull this off on their first day. You've got skill. Now do it 40 more times.
Come in, Cat.
Hey, boss. What's up?
Keep it down out there. The neighbors are starting to complain. Again.
All right. We could always just move on to using the PKE meter. Take it inside?
Perfect. You got one down there?
Sure do. Right here.
Eddie can walk you through it. I don't know what he does in the lab all day, but I'm paying him for it. Eddie, are you on this channel? Eddie?
This is the only channel you give me access to.
Yeah, and for good reason. Listen, we got a new recruit that needs some pointers with the PKE meter. Walk them through it. Maybe give our kind and understanding New York neighbors a break.
I would, but I'm a little busy right now. I think I'm close to finally cracking what that smell is. See, there's this tiny gap between the radiator and the wall. And what fits perfectly between radiators and walls? A lot of things, apparently. But in this situation, it's something contained in a cheese product that...
Walk them through it, Eddie.
Will do, boss. Tell the new buster to head inside the firehouse fast so I can return to more meaningful work. They can ping me on this channel. My only channel.
So, that's Eddie. He could be a bit prickly at first, but you'll learn to appreciate his eccentric nature. Or die trying.
Alright, if you pass your entrance test, this device should pretty much be second nature to you. The psychokinetic energy meter is one of the oldest and most valuable devices in the Ghostbusters arsenal. I wish I could take credit for its invention, but predates even me, somehow.
Standard ghost tracker.
Bingo! Instead of further lecturing you on scientific breakthroughs, why don't I just show you? There. Do you see how it's responding? The PKE meter becomes more active based on the direction of the signal. When you're right on top of a paranormal entity, you'll know it. It's picking up on the metaphysical energy that empowers not only ghosts, but tons of other negatively charged objects. When the PKE picks up the metaphysical energy of ghosts and objects, it'll light up and make a bunch of noise. The screen displays a pattern depending on the type of signal being tracked. A cascading dot pattern means it's ecto energy. whereas an ascending dot pattern indicates a ghost drift. The sidearms will raise and lower depending on whether you're pointing it at the signal or not. The main screen and light elements will not illuminate if a signal is not present, so move around until you hit something. That's it! Congratulations! There's a chance you may not die on the first job.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Is that what it was? A toddler without a frighteningly advanced piece of technology could have found that one. Dare I say you're actually pretty good at this? Hurry up and find the last item so we can both move on to the fun part of this job. That's all of them. Good thing I wasn't timing you. My watch battery would have died.
You're the office funny guy then, huh?
I've been told that people warm up to me. Okay. You can bring the PKE to the lab now. I think I just feel better knowing I checked it myself.
So, how was that experience?
Congratulations. You have soared up the rankings of my favorite coworkers.
Good. I'll need that head start as I continue to boss you around.
Hello. Quick, hand it over.
This place is wild.
Jungles are wild. Chaotic flora growing in all directions with reckless abandon. Everything you see here is exactly as I intend it to be. And if you forget, you're as good as a gazelle in a lion's den. Dead. You're dead.
Yikes.
I bet you're wondering why we're not using the more advanced gigameters, huh? That's the never-ending struggle between science and budget constraints. Looks like everything is calibrated and ready to go. Okay, now that the minutiae is out of the way, let's get into the good stuff. Don't think that they just keep me around to calibrate supernatural dowsing rods for rookies, do you? Wait, I just realized that probably no one introduced me. Kat, did you introduce me?
Absolutely not.
Hello, I'm Dr. Edmund Chan, but you'll call me Eddie, because everyone does, and it's what I prefer.
It's nice to meet you, Eddie.
Not knowing a single thing about you, I'm gonna refrain from saying likewise. No offense.
None taken?
As you might have inferred, I run the lab here at Ghostbusters HQ. That means research and development, full technological oversight, and the occasional new recruit instruction. If you have any questions about any of your equipment, I'm the one to ask. Only me. Don't talk to anyone else. They don't know anything. Like that cyclotron on your back. I bet you didn't realize that it could be upgraded. Enhanced power coils, frictionless ionizers, you get the idea. Tons of things that you'll use every day out there on the job. Mopping up ectoplasm, heralded as a hero.
Are you okay?
The point is, bring me your gear and I'll make it better. Got it? Good. Looks like that's your cue.
Gonna have to cut your orientation short. We've got a job and I need you on it ASAP.
I'd wish you luck, except I don't believe in logical fallacies.
Let's check this way.
It's great you've come all the way out here.
Okay, let's see what we've got.
Find anything weird?
ya, folks. Just need a minute to cool down. This job is a crash course in not peeing your pants. This is too quiet. You know what they say about fear?
Relieved
this is
to hear
nothing
it.
but your run-of-the-mill, everyday supernatural occurrence.
Oh,
I just need to
it's just
chill
you.
out.
Just stay calm. You're lucky. This is nothing but... You know what they say about fear? It's just false evidence appearing real.
They were people too.
I just need to chill out.
That Ghostbuster was right. You're not so scary.
You're lucky. I usually don't get out of bed for anything less than a Class 4 haunting. This is too eerie.
I just need to chill out.
It's great you've come all the way out here. Good to see you.
I keep checking over my shoulder. Feels like someone is watching me.
What's up over here? Wasn't in there.
Something's off.
It's over here! We're about to overheat. Gotta break this off! Pack's on cooldown! Battery's conked out. Need to recharge! Okay, let's see what's over here. Trap's going out! We've got a floater! This pack's heating up! We'll be able to shoot have vented the pack! My trap's drained!
How's it going?
Between you and me, I barely care. Gotta be around
okay.
here somewhere.
I'm gonna be fine.
Nothing in there. Here we go! Ghost! Ghost!
I bet you're wondering why you're one of the few people here. This firehouse is a work in progress, but it's our HQ. This place is special, and I really want it to be the jewel in the crown of our team. No pressure, though. We're a team, working together to watch each other's backs. That's how I learned to be successful, and I learned it right here. Don't sweat it if it feels like sometimes you're the only one around. We'll never send you into the field alone.
I'm a huge fan. That's pretty obvious. But I'm not here just because I'm a fan. I'm here because I know the history, I know the haunts, and I know the business inside and out. That being said, being a fan sure does help.
follow some simple rules and we'll get along just fine. My lab is off limits. My equipment is off limits. I am off limits. And if there's a problem, who you gonna call? Spoiler, the answer's Cat. Call Cat. Leave me alone.
Your assignment begins now.
What the?
It's all good, okay?
Can you help me?
Don't be scared. Are we gonna die? It's true. The job is high risk. But you wouldn't believe the dental plan.
Stop freaking myself.
What was that?
Between you and me, I'd barely call this a Class 1 haunting.
Thanks for getting up today.
Now, focus on the rifts. There's still more to destroy and permanently end this.
Yeehaw! That's cowboy for it. Let's get him! Wow, you're probably the bravest person here. Keep your head down, cover your ears, and hum softly to yourself. Keep your head down, cover your ears, and hum softly to yourself.
Thank you.
I hope so, yes. Keep your head down, cover your ears, and hum softly to yourself.
Thank you.
I hope so, yes.
Don't be silly. It's fine.
You're lucky. I usually don't get out of bed for anything less than a Class 4 haunting.
Get me out of here!
Between you and me, I'd barely call this a Class 1 haunting. Yep, someone just left, and with them, our 5-star review. This is nothing but your run-of-the-mill, everyday supernatural occurrence.
Relieved to hear it. Kinda.
This is nothing but your run-of-the-mill, everyday supernatural occurrence. Do you mean... Never mind.
Judging by the numbers, that place is at least 50% haunted.
If this place gets any more haunted, hell?
Look alive! You're letting the apparitions run the place.
Don't be scared.
Are we gonna die?
Don't run!
If you don't turn this around fast, you're going to lose.
Don't be scared.
Are we gonna die?
It's true the job's high risk, but you wouldn't believe the dental
I
plan.
need to stop freaking myself out.
You're lucky. I usually don't get out of bed for anything less than a Class 4 haunting. Grab your gear. It's time to go.
Rips are all down. Take that ghost with him.
The trick with ghosts is to never let them know you exist. And by that I mean hide.
Wait a minute!
Ghost got the better of you. Report back to the firehouse.
Hey, listen up. I've got big things underway. Report to the bookstore immediately. Keep this between us. Over. Welcome back. I'm glad you're here. Take a seat or stand, make yourself comfortable. What I have to show you is of the utmost importance, and can't wait a second longer. You see before you, perhaps the most prodigious discovery known to the metaphysical science community. Look familiar? It's the first, and I mean very first, edition of Tobin's Spirit Guide. The holy grail of supernatural encyclopedia. I finally tracked this down a week ago and it just arrived. I had to overnight it from... It's best you don't know. Now, I can't deny that my possession of such an extraordinary artifact does naturally provoke questions as to how and where I got it. It's no secret that Tobin is a hero of mine. Throughout Ghostbusters operations, the Spirit Guide has been our de facto resource. Even now, over 100 years since its first publication, it remains the most respected compendium in the paranormal investigative medium. No other researcher, metaphysician, or common raving supernatural obsessed maniac has gone to the lengths that Tobin did to chronicle that which is not of this world. Although some might say, given his sordid later life, perhaps he went too far. Like Tobin, I too fell down a rabbit hole at a young age. This mildewed tome has been my elusive golden goose, my singular vice and obsession. I paid a great deal of money, well, Winston's money, to some questionable individuals who have scoured the farthest reaches and risked countless perils to find it. It turns out it was right under Tobin's nose all along. Literally. It was found in his coffin, resting on his now concave chest. John Horace Tobin had his spirit guide buried... Here, a keepsake from your first occult book acquisition. Never forget this moment, kid. It's a big one.
Yes, you, Ghosty. Tremble in trepidation, for before you I stand, the magnanimous purveyor of the paranormal, leading scholar on the supernatural, once known in another dimension long ago as John Horace Tobin. I have shed my mortal coil and appear to you now, lost spirit, as the gatekeeper between the world of the living and what lies beyond. Behold! Behold! Oh, bugger. Give us a sec. There we are! Today is not your finest day, Ghosty, but it is your luckiest. Prithee, look to me from here as your guide to what exists beyond existence. Fear not the eternal darkness, for I shall light the lamppost which illuminates your passage. Follow the interminable horizon of the shadowy plane. Release your forsaken soul from all worldly ties, for... Wait a tick. Well, you're not bloody dead, are you? Then what in the name of St. Stephen are you doing here? Look, I haven't the foggiest how you fumbled your way into this realm, nor do I care. Despite your spectral facade, you don't belong here, and quite frankly, you look ridiculous. And that's coming from a talking ledger. Evidently, the fates have a piss-poor sense of comedy. Well, this certainly puts a spanner in the works. My assigned duty is to serve as mediator for the recently deceased, again, not you. I take the dead, teach them the ropes, so to speak, and send them on their hauntings. Oh, but perhaps... Yes. Yes, Ghosty! I've got it! There is a metaphysical mischief to be done, and I find no reason why you shan't be privy to the delights. Lord knows I've had some time to kill in this place, and picked up a few pointers. No better way to immerse oneself into the headspace of the Spectre. A rambunctious excursion into the world of the living is the perfect distraction from a purgatorial eternity. What say you?
Want to spook some meat puppets?
First, you need to find your footing. A figure of speech, of course, because as you've probably noticed, you haven't got any feet. Get a feel for floating about. Soar to your putrid little heart's content. Your mobility will be key for tormenting the living from every angle. Even from below. Some might say the spookiest angle. Well done, Ghosty. Say, are you a quick learner or have you been dead before? Well, never mind it. See the giant schism in the sky over there? That is a rift! Once you enter, you'll be transported to your very first haunt. So, make haste! Welcome to my garden of otherworldly delights. A job's a job and yours is to terrorize and torment. So, get in and let's get cracking. A bevy of charms and abilities reside at your disposal with which you may scare and wreak havoc. Conserve if you can, Ghosty, for your psychokinetic energy is a precious commodity. You must cool down periodically, or your powers will not work, including your Ecto Vision. A Ghosty's most important resource is psychokinetic energy. Use it wisely. It'll take a bit of time to get the old juices flowing again once you've run out, so be mindful of draining your energy. Keep one eye on your meter and you won't get caught on a full moon with your knickers down. Savvy? underestimate the rewards of cowardice. Behold! All around you is a world of possessibility. Use every object you can to duck, dodge, and wait for the perfect opportunity to spring your spectral trap on the unsuspecting living. If one of those egregious ghost hunters is nearby, possess an object to hide. While your energy recharges inside a possessible object, be wary. Your recharge rate will suffer if you move the object. Why don't you try possessing something now? One of the more invigorating features in your cabinet of curiosities is the ability to phase. You'll be flying at high speeds from one end of the map to the other before you can say Jack Robinson. Who I met, by the way. Bit of a blown-out bulb, if you ask me. There are several phase portals inside each match that will allow you to pass through the impassable, like that wall. Or a different wall. Mostly walls. Or if it tickles your fancy, try it on some of the plebs and busters. You should see it, matey. The look on their faces. Brilliant. Respawning from rifts is key, so pay attention. If a ruddy Ghostbuster gets you by the gills while a rift is active, you will respawn at the rift. However, this destroys the damn thing from further use. There are 3 rifts available to you hidden inside artifacts, so act accordingly. Those busters will try to eliminate these rifts, limiting your methods of escape. Fear not. You can retrieve and hide these rifts throughout the map to send your opponents into a right tizzy. A full location haunting starts with teeny tiny baby steps. Try individually haunting different rooms to increase your power, allowing for faster energy regeneration. Civvies and busters alike are easily scared in these predicaments, and if you see a floating brolly, that's because objects in these rooms begin haunting themselves, in turn creating a diversion, allowing you, Ghosty, to hide. You can actively haunt objects too, but why waste the energy, I say? All right, enough preamble. Let's get to the good stuff. Horrification. As an otherworldly, albeit temporary spirit, you are denied so many earthly pleasures. Therefore, we must fill the void with other exquisite delights. That's right. Scaring the pants off anything that moves. Try it and let me know how it goes.
Is something out there?
The best defense is a strong offense. Or is it the other way around? Either way, these next two tricks will be sure to send more than a shock up the trousers of those banal busters. You see the silly satchels they carry upon their backs? Why don't you try sneaking up behind them? A well-timed ectoplasmic burst will sabotage their equipment, giving you, little ghosty, an opening to escape. Or better yet... Warren, face to face. Whereas you and I love ectoplasm and everything to do with it, the living can't stand it. Literally, cover them with enough and they won't be able to stand at all.
Now that I think about it, it's been a while since I've seen another human.
Oh no! What's this? You've become ensnared by the power of the dreaded electric lasso. Then you must fight your way out. Use your abilities should you see no other option, but I counsel you to flee. Beware their tethers will create great resistance, so fight! Fight, damn you, against the pull, and you will exasperate the tether and earn your freedom! If, God forbid, you are pulled to the final ghost battlefield, it's curtains for you. Almost. You will have a brief moment to try and free yourself, but lo, you have painted a target on your backside, Ghosty. All such traffic will be harder to break free from. Now, Ghost, should you, despite all maneuverings, be seized in the final, fatal capture, find your way back to me, so that I might imbue you with the power to haunt once more.
Kid, you still with us? You look like you saw a ghost. I know it's the job, but still, you look scorched. Call me delusional, but I wager there's more to this book than meets the eye. But don't worry. You and I are going to figure it out. Anyway, we best head back to the firehouse for now.
Rookie, we run a tight ship around here. The second you hear that alarm, it's boots to the ground. Happy to have you here.